OJ tonight. OJ, that good old juice. Look, we're taking it back to the good old days, you know. I'm just saying, bro. I think today we're real nostalgic. We're real philosophical. Cause look, bro, sometimes you gotta look back on the good old days and just vibe out and just let those good vibes settle in and really get your mood going. Sometimes a blast from the past, a homie, you know, pull up like that you haven't talked to in a while. Go to a party that, you know, you haven't gone to in a while, you know. I don't know. I feel like I'm feeling nostalgic tonight. Are y'all ready to groove and move? If you are, hit the fucking like button, hit the fucking notifications, because you know the boys here. I hope you're having a good day and an even better day now that your boy's here. Because look, you know, I just wanted to kick it off a little late tonight. You know, typically I try to get on stream at least like couple hours prior. But tonight, bro, I was, you know, gardening earlier, and I was really in the midst of pondering, you know. I was in the middle of, you know, thinking of philosophical situations and setting the, you know, higher upper echelon of quantum thinking. So I was a quantum goon earlier, you know. I'm just saying, Chad, I was just having a good time. I was gardening, because once in a while, bro, you gotta get back to the roots, like literally the roots. Get to the garden, start fucking, you know, really shoveling some dirt around and really get to digging a hole, literally. And sometimes it makes you think, bro, that peace of mind when you're sitting there. You know, it gives you time to think, and it gives you time to, you know, really reflect on a lot of things in the past couple of days that have upset you or whatever, you know? So I had that moment while I was gardening, and sometimes I forget how good it is to touch the roots. Sometimes you got to get your hands dirty. Sometimes you got to let the soil in your body, you know? Pause. I have not taken a shower because I'm marinating. I'm marinating in dirt, you know. By tomorrow, I'm going to change, you know, into a new cocoon, you know. I'm going to become a bigger, better man tomorrow, you know, because I have that dirt particles seeping into my skin. I'm going to go take a good old, you know, bath tomorrow. So I, you know, let it all sink into my soul, you know. Really, the hard work pays off, you know. But I don't know. I'm just yapping tonight, bro. I'm just kind of vibing out, just seeing how things go. Last night, I kind of ended up going out to a jazz club. I was not really planning on going out, bro. I was like, I'm just gonna stay home, be a lame on a Saturday night. I wanted to just chill inside. Like, I know it's not lame to stay inside. I know. But chat, looks, once in a while, I gotta just sometimes just say that I'm gonna stay inside, but don't actually stay inside. Cause bro, I feel like going out on a Saturday is like, you know, the best time to go out, cause like you meet people and it kind of builds a fond memory. So yesterday I ended up, you know, going out to a jazz club, and I'm not gonna lie, it might be a new vibe, bro. I'm really trying to get into the classier things, bro. How music used to be back in the 1980s, 85. You know, I don't really know that era, but I feel like they had good old Booze Clues. You know, they had good old fucking vibes back in the day, and that's the vibe I'm trying to be on. Low key, I'm trying to get to that vibe of you know, the jazz level, bro. That's like super sexual, though. I'm not gonna lie. Like, jazz musicians, I'm sure they're like fucking like horned up, bro. That's very, you know, sexual vibe, bro. Playing jazz music, you better be making love, bro. But I'm not gonna lie. I like the jazz vibe. I like the club. I like that better than going up and like. That's cool, but like, I'm more of like a jazz kind of guy. I'm like, that sounds like Pink Panther, but that vibe of just chilling and talking and getting to know somebody. Cause like I feel like when you're in an actual club, like a legit like turnt club, like you're not gonna talk to nobody. You just catching ass and like, you know, if you the other party, you throwing ass, you know, you doing all the craziness, and it's dark. That's what some people prefer. Some people prefer to just absolutely, you know, not be able to see the person they're throwing ass at, just so they're not fucking embarrassed when they get back. Cause bro, some of these hoes in these streets, you know, are very well mannered, you know, hoes outside of these streets, you know. They're distinguished women, you know, outside of, you know, the streets, but when they get out on the dance floor, they just gotta hoe it out. They gotta let that hoe adrenaline out, bro. So, you know, you just gotta shake some ass, go home. You know, it's just, hey, I don't fault them for it. You know, I get it. It be like that sometimes. Sometimes you gotta go sling some dick around once in a while to, you know, just be like, I love my home life. I don't want to cheat on my girl every weekend. Only once a month, you know? But you know, I'm just having fun, chat. Look, we're fucking around. We're having a good time. Don't get upset. You know, we got a lot of misogynists in this chat, you know? I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Who am I kidding? Well, let's see what the move is tonight, bro. I'm